Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the long-awaited return. This is the first video I'm recording since getting my power back due to the effects of Hurricane Helene. But we are back. KCSN is up and running once again. And we are here in NCAA 2004 with the Iron Bowl, long-awaited Iron Bowl. We've made it up to 17th in the country off of a 4-game win streak. We are on a tear, beating teams that we probably have zero business beating, but we find ourselves at the end of our season with a chance to clinch things on our side of the SEC that could give us potentially a bid to go play in the SEC championship, which is nuts, dude. At 7-4, we were at 4-4 at one point. And we are at, or 3-4 rather, and we now have a position, or are in a position, to potentially maybe even go to the SEC championship. So the way that things work out, of course, conference record reigns supreme in the sport of college ball if you watch and love college ball like we do. So as you can see, if we manage to win this game, we will be in a great position. We have Ole Miss and Arkansas behind us. And remember, we have played both those teams earlier, so for tie-breaking purposes, it's probably best-case scenario if we just manage to win today. If we beat Auburn, it's essentially ours. We finish 6-2 in conference, and Ole Miss and Arkansas will not be able to catch up to that, and we will be able to go to the SEC Championship. We will get a bid to go play in the SEC Championship, which is just absolutely nuts. So Auburn is 6-5. I think they probably would get a bowl bid. Probably not, actually, with how they've played in conference. Probably not. So they might need to win this game for a better chance at that. But throwing up absolute ducks like that to the defense is not going to help you do that. So we're fortunate that we get to play this game. I figured, we get to play this game primetime. I don't know how our odds improve or don't improve on primetime, but I'm hoping it's better. So on 3rd and 13 now, we're going to try and pick up the first down. We're obviously not going to get it off of a little throw like that out to the flat. Not the greatest play call here, just trying to, get out of a tight jam at midfield. But on 4th and 5, we are going to keep the offense on the field. Sick Naven's going to go with the aggressive play calling here in Auburn, and it was a catch at the sticks, a very, very close call, but they are going to give it to us, and so our drive is going to continue. So on a 2nd and 10, number 12 is going to drop back, clean pocket, unleashes it to the running back, and he's going to pick up another first down, get brought down at about the 21 or 20-yard line of Auburn. So this drive that was pretty much dead in the water off the interception is now picking up a little bit of steam, but is stalling out once again on a 3rd and 6 now, just inside the red zone of Auburn. It's a high snap, still a clean pocket, and releases off to the left side to 84, and no one is home. In fact, an Auburn defender is home as he does a nice job of blocking it. So we're going to send out the kicking team and knock this one through for 3 points. So we get just a field goal off of the interception, but as long as we have some points off of it, that's good. That's good. We will take that. So Auburn now, their next opportunity on offense, a long, deep pass, and in double coverage, the receiver comes down with it. So Auburn's going to flip the field, or at least get a large chunk of it, to get down and try and answer back to that mistake they had early on. So 1st and 10 now in a Crimson Tide territory. We got to be smart here on defense and tighten up against Auburn. So it's another clean pocket for the quarterback, and he finds an open receiver, but he's going absolutely nowhere. In fact, he's going backwards. He's not going the correct direction. So on his 2nd and 5 here, still in the top half here of the second quarter, we've now flipped quarters. They're going to go with a handoff, and after breaking a tackle, he's going to get the first down about a yard or so more before he is brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at about the 30-yard line. So Auburn slowly but surely moving forward. Our defense has come up strong here. So on a 3rd and 7, can we force the stop? Auburn uncorks one and finds a member of the defense again. So the second interception for this Auburn quarterback is going to have this Tigers drive completely stall out. After a very long, methodic, and meticulous drive to get down just to the 30, it all blows up in smoke, and Auburn has another turnover. And we get the ball just about where we had it the last drive, maybe about, give or take, about 5 yards. So with just a minute and some change left to go in the half, can we get some points? And number 2 just, I guess, didn't have his hands ready on him. He didn't have them. So 2nd and 10 now, we're going to go for another deeper pass. And that one was almost picked off. I don't know if number 12 was trying to throw that where he thought the receiver would be, but it was definitely not communicated very well, as that one is almost picked off by Auburn's defense. So on 3rd and 10 now, there's already been 4 third downs for the Crimson Tide offense. We've only converted 1. So here is our 5th attempt as we flight this one out to number 21, the running back in the flat, and he cuts up field with a burst of speed to get the first down and a little bit more. So we are going to stay alive, and that will stop the clock, as now we probably going to move a little bit quicker here with time expiring. So on 1st and 10, just about 50 seconds left to go. We go to, I think it's the, oh no, it's the running back again. I thought we had our fullback out there, but on 2nd and 9 now, after only picking up a yard, we're going to go again out to number 31. A quick little check down for number 12 here. So again, we find ourselves on another 3rd and 3, or just another 3rd down in general, and time is expiring. I guess the timeout situation not doing well for the Crimson Tide, so we're trying to get this one off quick. And in the end zone is number 2. He found his hands, he got them in between plays, he was able to get them, and it was a beautiful pass by number 12, man, to find him wide open in the corner of the end zone like that. Just a beautiful, beautiful pass. And Auburn had a man in position here, tried to make a jump on the ball, but just wasn't quite in the position he thought he was. But that is going to be a Crimson Tide touchdown before the half ends. So we will take a 10-0 lead over our bitter rivals, the Auburn Tigers, to end the first half. So coming out of the first half, in the 3rd quarter, we have a chance with the football again. But number 12 is going to lay up an absolute duck here for the defense as he tries to throw a backwards pass to 84 just in the backfield. And that one just, I don't know, just not communicated well. So Auburn's going to get the ball in Crimson Tide territory here. We have an opportunity to stop it, and it's another interception as that one gets bobbled around. A very dangerous pass by Auburn. He had a receiver initially in the vicinity, but he couldn't haul it in, and then that was bobbled between a few Crimson Tide defenders before number 9 is the one who came down with it. So yeah, I don't know, didn't have it. There were 2 Tiger receivers right there in the vicinity to make that play, but neither of them were really, I guess, prepared for it. I don't know. That was a wacky play. You don't see too many like that in this game. It's more of like a 05 or 06 type of thing to happen, but it does happen. So on another 3rd and short for the Crimson Tide, and it is hauled in and caught, and a tackle is broke, and a little burst of speed here. Can't quite get into the end zone, but he's hauled in at the 5-yard line. So a humongous pickup on a 3rd and short. We needed 1, and we got plenty more. Almost got everything we needed to get into the end zone. So it's going to be goal to go now with the 3rd quarter coming to a close. See if we can score here before that frame is over. We give it to 21 on a pitch play, and he gets spun out at about the 5 or 6 yard line. Doesn't get much of anything on that play, and that will probably do it for the 3rd quarter of play. And we're going to have to set up here in the 4th quarter and see if we cannot add to our 10-point lead, because this is not a sacred lead. Auburn could catch up theoretically, so if we can score again, that'd make things pretty near impossible for Auburn. So we really need the insurance score here. So we hand it off to 21 again. And he runs right up the middle and almost has enough space and speed to get into the end zone, but can't quite pull it off. So in 3rd and goal now from about the 2, we're going to hand it off again, and he dives for the end zone because he does not want to be kept out again. And it is another Crimson Tide touchdown. We extend our lead to 16-17, pending the extra point, of course, 2-0 over our rival, the Auburn Tigers. So, all things aside, considered for the SEC title game, if we could just win the hardware of our turnover trophy, that would be awesome too, as Auburn throws another interception. So that linebacker, that was just his 2nd pick of the season, potentially his 3rd. I don't know how they count the stats mid-game, but regardless, Auburn has found a way to get the ball to as many members of our defense as possible through just 4 interceptions. Man, that is wild. And on a 3rd and 5, number 12 wants everything, and he finds number 1. We don't hardly ever call number 1, I feel. But he hauls it in, and we now have goal to go here from about the 10-yard line of Auburn. So we have another opportunity to add even more points with just under a minute and a half left to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to go up with a fullback dive, it looks like. And he runs up the middle, tries to spin, get fancy here, but can't get a whole lot. Gets about a few yards. So on 2nd and goal, just under a minute left to go in this game. We're going to hand off to 21. 21's got some good blocks in front of him and is able to get inside the 5-yard line before he's spit back out but that's about as close as it's going to get. So on 3rd and goal here, we could just knee it out and just kind of take the win, but it looks like Sick Navy wants to run the score up on the Tigers, because of course he does. And with the spin move by the fullback that gets him back inside to the middle of the field, he's going to find his way into the end zone and score. So another late game, garbage time essentially, score for the Crimson Tide. Absolutely runs up that score, 24-0 over Auburn. We win the Iron Bowl, the sportsmanship trophy, if you will. And the game completely glitches out, trying to tell us that. But we managed to beat Auburn, our rival. I mean, there are some games on the schedule that we probably just absolutely needed to win this year, and I feel like we won most of them, man. Beating LSU, and of course now beating Auburn, and we didn't probably need to win that Oklahoma game, but the fact that we did, I mean, you know what I mean, like completely derailing Oklahoma's season with that. But yeah, massive. So Auburn actually has as many first downs as we do. Their offense was completely stagnant, however. They could not convert a 3rd down. I mean, that was really the tail of the game right there. Could not convert a 3rd down, and only had 100 yards of offense. That's just awful. And of course, the 4 interceptions as well, if we're going to throw in another stat that really damns Auburn in this game. Yeah, just could not protect the ball and couldn't get first down. So really, really rough day at the office for Auburn here. Our day at the office, though, our quarterback has an amazing game, man. 12 for 20, 176 yards and a touchdown. Beautiful. So number 21 gets 46 yards and a touchdown, so we will take that. Not a whole lot to speak of. Looks like our running back was our leading receiver, funnily enough. More pancakes, of course, for our left guard, because that is just what he does. He's an All-American, so that's what he's going to do. But that is going to do it as we come back out to the Hub World. And our last game of the season was in Hawaii. I actually really wanted to watch that game, but there was just no reason to. There's no significance to our schedule. We already were bowl eligible. I think we already punched our ticket for the SEC title game. And yeah, our season's essentially over now, even with that Hawaii game just tacked on. It's just another game for us to win. And we did win it. And Hawaii actually had a great season. So it's shocking that we did. So we finished 9-4 on an absolute tear of a win streak to get us not only to a winning record in the top 25, but get us a bid to play Georgia in the conference title game. So yeah, that is how the season is going to end. We beat 10-3 Hawaii, 10-2 Hawaii, send them to 10-3, 50-27, an amazing showing by us. And that gets us all the way up to number 11 in the country. So here's a look at the SEC standings. Ole Miss and Arkansas fall just short behind us, and that is how we managed to sit atop of the SEC West. So yeah, I mean, there's the point differential here. And Georgia finishes just a game better than Tennessee, a team that we already beat, but Georgia beat us. So it's going to be a tough game for us in the SEC title game, but I hope to see everybody there rooting us on.